Hey, Eagle Run 23 here. This is my Q fix, and it has remained relatively unchanged from when we got it, but I have a couple of upgrades that I would like to do, and one that I've already done that I would like to show you. Back here on the end, look at that cheek riser. So dye-free makes those really easy to adjust. Very comfortable setup the way that it is there, and it comes with the one that's just a plastic smooth piece. But there's a guy named Micah Walker that makes all sorts of cool cheek pieces for your Q-Fix. I'm sure he does other things as well. Um, but this thing is really stinking cool. And of course, it feels good, but mostly it's just kind of a cool conversation piece, we'll call it. Nice little modification. So the only other modifications to this, Annex makes the Q-Cert for our Arca rail there. And we've got the G-Sling, and of course the AIM 101. This is the thermal and night vision. It has two lenses down there on the end. We've talked a lot about that. I still very much like it. One of the best thermals that we've had through on the channel to try to play with and test. I'll be keeping this one. I like it very much. Links to all of these things, as well as the optic, some of the other stuff here, everything for this gun will be on one list. We call it the build list. It's a blog over at eaglerun23.com, and that link will be down below if you want to check it out. The one thing on this gun that I wanted to change from the moment that I got it was this grip. This is just a basic Magpul grip, but there is something unique about the way that Q designed this, and you can't really do the grips with the beaver tail. Now, this is a dye-free company grip. You guys know we like dye-free company stuff, and I've wanted to put this grip on from the first time that we got this gun in, and I thought, man, that would look really good with a dye-free company grip on there. So, been trying to think about how to make that happen. It's going to take some cutting and some modification, but that's where the sponsor of this video comes into play. This is a company called Hardell, and they have this little zipper kit here, but what it is it's a Dremel-like tool. This is a rotary tool, but this one is battery powered, has a little light on the end of it, has all sorts of different speeds. But the cool thing about this also is that it has this great little tool kit. So lots of very familiar looking tools here, and some of them I think we're going to use to modify this grip. Everything comes in the case. A really neat little product, and if you hold it kind of like a pencil, I feel like we're going to have really good control. It takes all the normal size bits down there on the end, which is kind of cool because if you've already got some of those rotary tools, they'll fit on this one as well, I believe. So let's take this old grip off. We can kind of put the new one on there, see what we're going to have to remove. It is possible that it's possible we're going to have to trim all of it off. And if we do, we want to try to limit the parts that are exposed, cut plastic, because that won't look very good. So no idea how this is going to turn out. We'll just have to see. While we have this gun taken apart and here on the workbench, I have never, not even one time, cleaned this gun. So I feel like we should get the Tesla bore scope out and see what it looks like in there, and then maybe do a cleaning. It has fired probably 800 to 1,000 rounds. It's been a good gun. It shoots pretty well. It really likes the 300 makers. It has shot pretty well. Make sure you're shooting those 300 makers if you want the best accuracy in a hunting bullet. Of course, the SMKs and the ELDMs shoot a little bit more accurately, but those guys aren't expanding. So you wouldn't want to use those on game like a deer. I guess if it was a hog, no one would care. But I have a little more respect for the deer, so they get the good bullets. So I am curious as to what that bore is going to look like. So I guess, gosh, should I clean the suppressor too? I probably should clean the suppressor as well. And one other thing we need to do, by the way, I keep promising you that there is a muzzle device slash suppressor video coming. This stuff has gotten really crazy, and I'm trying out the Breek lock from Breek Arms. I think it's going to fit with one of the new suppressors that's coming in. I have to figure out how to get that out. So there's a cherry bomb inside here, and I've just been using this to quickly thread on and off because I have more guns than suppressors in this 338 caliber range. So this one is the pork chop by Q. Um, Nice to have the suppressor designed for the caliber. It does a really good job, among the best out there for sound, and it seems really durable, and no complaints about that suppressor at all. I like it very much, and I do like to shoot the Q suppressor with the Q muzzle device on the Q gun. It has the taper on the barrel, so all that's very easy, but probably need to properly mount that cherry bomb on there. I have some rocks set, so we're gonna get this gun all finalized and cleaned up. So let's get it taken apart. We'll make some modifications here, and I'll show you how it looks. All right, keep going. We are getting very close to that fitting. Had to crop the beaver tail due to the folding stock. I think that will clear. We are sneaking up on it, getting real close. Looks like that will do just fine. Everything's operational. The folding stock works just fine. All right, we are inside the Q-Fix barrel. It's crazy with an 8-inch barrel. There's not much room to work with there, but yeah, she's real dirty. Let's get this cleaned up. Yeah, maybe some. Yeah, it definitely needs clean. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Machine marks there, interesting. All right, let's clean this up and then I'll show you what it looks like. Well, that actually cleaned up quite nicely, but I have found some really interesting parts of this barrel. Seems like, I mean that's not good. We got lots of machining marks. I don't know. Not loving this barrel here, but I was able to get it pretty clean, so that is promising. All right, so not loving a couple parts of this barrel. Seems like should be a little better shape. Regardless, though, we did get it clean. Maybe 8 or 10 patches run through there with some bore cleaner, copper remover stuff. I'll probably just run a bore snake through there to finish it up, and I think she'll be good to go. All right. Well, actually, that came out maybe better than I thought. Here is the dye-free grip on there, and it clears the folding stock. Man, I think that came out real nice. I like that angle. It's just, oh, here it is. I like that angle. It's just slightly different. Now, would I do this again? It was over an hour's worth of work to make the changes needed inside mostly. I had to kind of crop the. I did have to kind of crop the end of it because it would interfere with the folding stock, and then had to kind of carve out a lot of material. My workbench here is an absolute mess with gray plastic, but would I do it again? I think I would do it once. I don't think I would do it again. If for some reason I end up with another Q-Fix, I would probably look for a different option. But if you have a Q-Fix and you like a dye-free grip, I mean, it's worth doing once. It was, it was a fun, kind of a fun project. So let's get this bolt back in here. After 1,000 rounds, nice even wear there on the bottoms. Everything looks pretty consistent there on the bolt. No concerns for me. I wiped it off. Everything came off nice and clean. Lubed it back up. Might need a little bit more lube on there, but absolutely no problem with anything on there. I think it looks great. You can see right there, no interference at all with the folding stock. I, I'm just a fan of that angle. Just really like the angle being lower. I feel like it's more comfortable for me. I'm a little bit bigger shoulder, longer arms, and I find that if I'm cramped in on a gun, you know, it's a little short on the length of pull. On this gun, you got to get way in there for the thermal. I like being able to lower my hand and not have to force it up. That's really the main reason for me on the grip angle. I do think it looks a little bit better too, but the other thing, when you're setting this on the edge of your deer blind and you've got that grip back, I'm seated and I'm kind of shooting, you know, like this. I'm kind of under the gun. That angle comes in handy there as well. So I was in the deer blind just the other day, and I changed the grip angle on that bolt action Grendel from Bear Creek, and I put a Die Free Company grip on that too. And I was reminded, because that gun's real long, that just having your gun propped in front of you and you're not really in like a standing, you're seated, it makes a big difference there as well. So I very much like that. Picked up a set of these Otis Jags. There's a whole kit of them. I really liked using those. The 338, I actually didn't have a 338 Jag. Was I using a 9mm or something? It didn't fit quite right, and I don't feel like I was getting good like scrubbing pressure on my patches. And so I wouldn't have been using 9mm. What was I using? I don't know. One of them here. I can't even find it right now. Anyway, ordered a new set of those. Those came in on Amazon. I can show you a link for those if you're interested in a set of Jags. This one has everything down to 17 up to 45. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like 10 or 12 pieces in this kit. Pretty handy to have. Even some of the real small ones. Good gosh, that one's got to be. I think I picked up the 17, real small. And last, this Teslong bore scope. If you don't have a bore scope, you need one. It's really interesting and telling to be able to get in there. One, you can check to see how good of a job you did to clean it. A lot of people just go till they get a clear patch, but it's nice to actually hop in there and verify. But also kind of inspecting your barrel to see, if you got a good one. And then obviously like lining up gas blocks and things like that. It's just such a very handy thing to have. So let's get this suppressor back on here. We'll have our final look with the new grip, clean barrel. Timing is perfect on this. I have a hunt next week. We also have some ammo that we need to test. So there it is right there. Die Free Company grip, Kung Fu grip, suppressor, 8-inch, Q-Fix, thermal. Really enjoying this gun. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.